Namaste. Hello and welcome to the Kundalini podcast. That was Zen. This is Tao. I'm Vivek Govekar. Today I'm going to talk about something similar to what I mentioned in the past video, number 47. This is episode 48. In that video, I talked about gratitude and how we aren't grateful for the things that we already have. And because of that, we draw more misery, more craving, more lack into our lives because we believe that we don't have enough. No matter how much you have, you are taught to believe that, no, that's not enough. Run after the next thing. And this is a complex subject. So, in the last video, I talked about something related to what's in the law of attraction books. But this is very real. I've put a passage from the Bible, Matthew 13:12, in the comments section of the last video. You can go and check it out. One who has something will be given more. That's what it says. What does that mean? It means if you have that mindset that you already have something, more will come to you. If you have the mindset that you don't have anything, that will come to you. The mindset, more of that thinking that you don't have anything, you are poor, you're miserable. So you have to find things that are good. That doesn't mean you ignore the things that are bad. It means you work at them. You take it as a challenge, take it as a test, and keep working at those things. And now one more facet of this whole concept of how to deal with your mind to create more abundance in your life, to bring more blessings in your life, is related to other people. Because obviously, what you're doing is you are comparing to other people, which is why you feel that misery. And in a similar way, where you're thinking, thank you for the blessings and what you have received, if you have to compare to other people, compare to people that are worse off than you. Okay? Think about how much worse your life could have been and how much you already have. If you're watching this on YouTube, that means you have access to the internet. You are educated enough to understand English and read and write. So you have certain abundance already with you. Others may not. Here's what we end up doing. We end up comparing ourselves to other people, getting into a rat race mindset where you have to beat the other person to go ahead. And if you take something from somebody else, how do I steal this from this guy and put him down so that I can succeed? And these are all very wrong. These have very detrimental effects in a karmic sense. We don't realize that. We just keep doing the same thing over and over again. How are these detrimental? First of all, by thinking that you lack something and trying to run behind some illusion, you're never going to be satisfied. Even if you get that thing, you're set up for the next thing. If you're doing it by hurting other people, remember, you're setting up a karmic back and forth. That's going to come back and haunt you. Sometimes you have to, because that person is trying to attack you, like I've said in my videos on Aikido and self-defense. Yes, protect yourself. But don't go beyond a certain point where you're trying to exploit that person. Or take from him or take from her and then bury them and I'll go ahead. No. All of that karma that you have created will come back and haunt you. You've created enemies. You have made mistakes. You may have done something criminal just to steal and cheat people. And at some point, it's going to catch up to you. It's going to be some misery that you have set up. Yes, let's say you stole and made a lot of money. Recently, there was a news article about some politician in India got in a road rage incident, killed someone. Now that person is in jail, the politician. His father, his mother, him, that whole family is in jail now and in a lot of trouble. But when I read the background of those people, this is not something that happened today. The entire career has been built up on crime, on exploiting people, on cheating, stealing. And at some point, that caught up with them. This doesn't happen to people who are mindful of their actions, who go on the right path and correct themselves when they have made a mistake. They've hurt someone, they have stolen from someone, and they realize that and they make that correction right away. You have to go through course correction with every one of your actions. Not everyone, but most of your actions. Was this right or wrong? What kind of karma does this bring into my life? People don't think about those things. They want money at all costs. They want power at all costs. However, the mechanism that has been set up will bring some consequence because of those actions. Inevitably, you're just setting it up right when you do that action. Okay? So comparison to others in a negative sense, to get ahead of people. He has this, so I have to have that, is the wrong way. Ask yourself what you really need. In my case, since I was about 21 or even younger than that, when I was a child, I had pretty much identified what I love to do in life. I love to read books. I love to listen to music. I like watching movies. I like doing outdoor activities, exercise. And all of those wishes have been fulfilled. But in my unawakened state, when I was in that corporate environment, running after things, that had been programmed into me, like it has been programmed into all of us, to run after those things. Because that's glamour, that's status, that's what's gonna make you happy. But it doesn't make you happy in a real sense, in a personal sense. It only makes you happy in that comparative paradigm that is false, that has been just set up within you. It doesn't even benefit you really. To make you run after dangling carrots benefits people that have employed you, that are benefiting from all your hard work and all the ideas that you're coming up with, and you're being given a little thing to make you crave other things beyond that and run after the next thing. Instead, when I asked myself after my awakening, what did I really want? And I looked around, I either had those things or I had the means to get those things that I personally always wanted, regardless of what other people had, regardless of comparison to others in a negative way, not caring about whether somebody else succeeded in whatever they were doing. And once all of that stopped, you realize, happiness is around me, all over me, all around me. I just have to go out, reach out and grab it. The other mistake we make is making these statements sometimes. Like, I was talking to a person, he's the same age as me, I'm 42. And he's also 42. And I asked him, I saw him limping, and he was like, what's wrong? What happened? He's like, old age, I did some activity, and now, see, I don't recover very well. Oh, I'm limping now. I'm 42 now, age is catching up, I'm 40 plus. He didn't know I was 42. I don't look 42, I guess. So he's trying to tell me, I'm 42, I'm 40 plus. Okay, now with my age, he's giving me this wisdom. I'm like, dude, the reason I don't look 42 is because I don't act like 42 is some big age that has to be reached. Oh my God, my mindset is, I'm just 42. And I'm enjoying life. And there is so much more to be done. There are people who, at the age of 75, started practicing karate. And at the age of 80, got a black belt. Okay? Would you want that mindset? Or do you want that negative mindset of, I'm 40? Well, that person probably started saying this at the age of 30. Now I'm 30. I'm so old. Now, you look a lot older at 40 because that's what you've brought into your life. You compare to others. Why bring more misery into your life unnecessarily? Ask for fulfillment of your desires, your inclinations, because that is what has been given to you by God, your individuality. And you're wasting it by trying to be like everyone else and fitting into some paradigm that is all fake and illusions. If you stop comparing to others in a negative way and are never happy unless somebody else fails, and you have to make them fail, one, it affects your personal spiritual journey and your day-to-day activities in life. 2, you're setting up karmic patterns which are only going to bring more negativity into your life. Ask yourself if you want those. Now, the flip side of that, what I have found is, and the reason why every awakened person with a Kundalini awakening or any kind of spiritual awakening is very conscious about doing good to people, even bad people that come into your life to hurt you, who are doing this kind of mischief, comparison, trying to put you down, trying to put some other mindset in your life, like, oh, no, you have to run after things. Look, this shiny object, go after this. Do good even to those people. Because that person's ego and whatever he or she is doing to you is just for as long as that person is in front of you. Once they're gone, they're gone. But what you did, that's your karma that's going to bring back good or bad to you. So awakened people, I mean, Jesus and Buddha were not stupid. Even as Jesus was being crucified, he said, "Forgive them, Lord. They know not what they do." They threw stones at the Buddha. Some guy came and just started yelling in curses at the Buddha. And the Buddha was calm. And the person says, "Why? I said all these things." And the Buddha said, if someone gives you a gift and you don't accept it, what happens to that gift? He says, no, that it goes back to the person who gave it, or it just stays there. The Buddha said, yes, I don't accept your gift. I don't latch on to your emotions, what you're throwing at me. So any comparative paradigm, anybody doing so-called bad to you, is just the first step. Unless you react to it, you latch on to that, it does not affect you. In addition to that, if you do good even to that person, if you wish well even for that person, and say, hey, I hope you get out of this, whatever you're stuck in, but I'm not being infected by this, and hey, this is how I'm going to help you get out of it. Let me give you some methods. That's your karma. Remember, what others do to you is their karma. How you respond is your own karma. So even in these bad situations, when people are throwing mud at you, flinging dirt at you, remember to be conscious, especially at those moments, not to latch on to that, not to create more karma. And if you can do good for everyone, it's easier to do good for decent human beings. And that person who's throwing dirt at you, mud at you, more likely that person is going to draw more strife into their life. They're actually inviting that into their life. But you don't have to be a participant in that. You just have to deal with that situation, move on. Stop comparison. Ask your inner voice what it wants. Go after that. And enjoy it when it comes. Thank God for what you received. And that's more likely to get you on the spiritual path. I hope that was helpful. Thank you. Be well.